Hey everyone, so on this streak of albums that have been out for a little bit that I wanted to talk about before end of the year, we have The Dare's debut studio album, What's Wrong with New York. Now, The Dare is an artist who I've been kind of aware of since he released his hit single, Girls, which has been blowing up on stuff like TikTok, which is actually where I found it, just from its very abrasive personality, its very dance viability of it, its clever wordplay, and just tropes it has towards it that are very sleazy, that indie sleaze kind of vibe, which he's carried over onto like his other song that I like from it, Perfume, which is another single, carries over a very similar edge of this like New York kind of like dance electropop music. And I was generally very hyped for it, but I think the big thing that really made me kind of realize that this guy was probably going to make something big or was going to do something was when he helped produce Charli XCX song Guess, the song that was on her deluxe edition, I believe, of Brat, which is one of the biggest albums of 2024. Brat Summer was a thing, and then it famously had a remix with Billie Eilish. So you have two top female artists and singers who you are now associated with from that. That is a lot of buzz. And then he signed to, I believe, Republic Records, and he done a lot of DJ shows and was producing a lot of stuff of it, but this is the most mainstream viability he had ever seen. And, a lot of people, including me, were kind of hyped to see what he would release. Signed to a major label for your debut album, a lot of stuff. You have songs like Girls and Perfume for your album. It's going to be big, right? And for the most part, it was kind of big. Obviously, I don't think any song on this album outdoes those two, which isn't necessarily bad. Usually, you kind of want the singles to be either the best on the album or it's up there, because you want the singles are going to be like a first impression of the album. The issue is the songs on here followed not necessarily the same pattern or formula. They almost like copy it word for word, which isn't always bad with this, which to be fair is 10 songs that is 27 minutes long. But the issue with it is, on all these songs here, I feel like whenever I'm listening to songs such as like Elevation, Good Time, and Movement, I'm basically just getting Girls and Perfume, but just worse, less clever, less interesting to me, less replay value to it. And then you get songs on it that I just don't think are good, like You Can Never Go Home and You're Invited, which I think are very uninteresting. Shows off his kind of one note and one dimensional singing, which he even says on one of the songs that he sometimes only sings one note, which it's ironic of it. Issue is it's almost too true. There's a lot of he's definitely someone who's very influenced by a lot of that 90s indie sleaze in New York, LCD sound system. I saw somebody on a video comment calling it STD sound system, which is very funny, I get it. And obviously there's songs on here that I still think are interesting, like I Destroy Disco is another good song on it. It wasn't one of the singles of it. Definitely very interesting. I do like how danceable a lot of the songs are. Like, all the songs here are very lighthearted in nature, of nothing too serious, just having fun, stuff that's supposed to be played at a rave, at a DJ set, a concert, at a party, which is overall what you're expecting from it. You got him in his black suit, you have all that stuff. But you kind of get into that issue of, do you really need the entire album for that? Because yes, you can make an entire dance album. That's not what I'm saying. Obviously Charli XCX made one. There's an entire genre of just dance music. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, when every song in the album follows what has already been done, it's kind of hard to really give it that. It's kind of hard to just, I guess, see the point in it, because if I play Girls and then everyone's loving it, and then I play a song that's half of what that song was, people are going to enjoy it less of it. But I've kind of shit on it a little bit. I did overall like the album of it there. I think there's more replay value, definitely the singles, definitely in I Destroy Disco. I think Good Time is honestly not too bad. I think it's probably one of the better ones. I've been spinning those 4 songs a lot since I basically wrote down everything I wanted for this review, since listening to the entire album a couple times. I would just not recommend You Can Never Go Home and You're Invited. I think those songs are skips, really, to me. but you stick with those 4 songs I said of it there, and the rest of the album is listenable. It has some value in it as it carries over his trope of this like indie sleaze that he's going for. And the only thing I would really hope for next album, next projects, is some more innovation, more risk taking, because it was kind of not necessarily risky, but it was interesting what he was doing for like this, very sleazy, like, guy likes to have sex, kind of looks like a Reddit dude. He actually kind of looks like me in high school, just a bit older, and that's a little scary. Minus a suit. I never wore suits. Should probably wear suits, but honestly, I thought it was interesting, but I hope he brings more melody, more, different beats to the stuff. Maybe doesn't necessarily need to like sing about different stuff, because I mean, indie sleaze, you kind of get the vibe of it, party life, sex of it there, so he doesn't need to change that. But I feel like melody, maybe slightly better singing. I'm not expecting him to become like Freddie Mercury, but I'm expecting maybe a little bit of variation, maybe from 1 note to 2 note would be interesting. But with all that being said, the songs that I did like on it, I really liked on it, and the songs I didn't like on it weren't horrible, nowhere near the worst songs I've heard this year. Definitely not horrible songs, just not songs that I really want to listen to. And because of that, I'm feeling a 6 on this album. Let me know what you thought on it.